Hey everyone, I'm Todd Stevens.
And I'm Ross
And
Merriam.
you're watching the Versus series on StarCityGames.com. We're back for the finale of our week-long Core Set 19 decks against, what do you say, just
Established decks.
Yeah, established decks, I guess. Yeah, that's like a good way to put it. We got tomorrow. We got SCG Worcester that we're gonna see all these decks out. We're gonna see Core Set 19 for the first time. We're gonna have Standard, Modern, Legacy at the Open tomorrow. We've been just battling Standard and Modern so far this week, and so we're finishing out today with Blue-White Gift over on your side that you're gonna be playing against Black-White Aggro over here.
Yeah, so I'm just playing Yuki Ichikawa's winning list from Grand Prix Singapore, and Todd will be playing the role of Core Set 19 with some a Johnny Adversary of Tyrants and Resplendent Angels in a black-white shell. We've seen different black-white decks around before. This one's pretty night heavy.
Yeah.
So a lot of 2-drops, lower curves so that you can curve out, get your Johnny down, immediately get value out of the +1, and then just sort of, and then also have a lot of 2-drops that you can return with the -2.
Yep.
Get back one sleeve Siphoner against control decks is a strong play. Just get back Knights when they're whichever color Knight is appropriate. So a lot of good ways to get the most value you can out of a Johnny. Resplendent Angel is just sort of another threat in the curve. Obviously, like pumping a flyer is nice, and then a good mana sink. So deck looks to be pretty good. I think it's going to have his hands full today though with Blue-White Gift.
Yeah, Blue-White Gift could be a pretty tough matchup for it, but. Whenever I was preparing for the RPTQ a few weeks ago, I was playing a lot of Magic Online leagues, and there was a time where I spent like 2 leagues in a row where like 7 of my 10 matches were against Black-White Knights. It was actually like a popular deck there for a couple days in a row, just basically filled with 2-drops, History Benalia, Karn. You know, it was just kind of like that curve, and just the 2-drops were just like really problematic for me. I played blue-black control, and so especially the white knight, I would just have like all these contempts and cast downs and fatal pushes, and it was just really annoying to deal with. And so it looked pretty strong, and especially like from my control vantage point, like they would have like Bloodfast and Duresses post board and all that kind of stuff. So it looked pretty good. Now we have a Johnny, which just seems to fit perfectly in that same. Like basically kind of take over Karn's role, where you can just pump up these knights that already have first strike, so they're already pretty good at blocking like small red creatures or just like other aggressive decks, and you know maybe you can even get them up like your 3/2 knights, make them 4/3s for Steel Leaf Champion and stuff like that, and yeah, it looks to be pretty good.
Yeah, I like the synergy there. I like that a Johnny lets you play a grindy game if you want to, or really get aggressive, so you can push your direction in either way. You have a lot of versatility with it. And definitely one of the cards in Core Set 19 that I've been personally looking at and hope does well in Standard, even though I will not be playing a lot of that format.
Yeah.
But so far, the Core Set 19 cards, even though we've tried to put them in matchups that they might struggle with, all week they've been coming through. So the Core Set 19 deck is 4-0 so far. We'll see if it can complete the sweep. And more importantly, we'll see if I can complete the sweep on Todd in die rolls. We've been rolling poker hands and might have been better than yours.
That's true. You've won every poker hand so far.
I've had 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 2 pair, 4 of a kind.
Yeah.
To Todd's 2 pair, 2 pair, 1 pair,
1 pair.
1 pair.
Yeah.
So
I haven't been doing well recently, but
yeah,
we'll see here.
Not great, but you got one more shot at it. I've got a full house, so let's see if you can beat that.
Okay. See if you get a full house. Pair, 1 pair.
Well, I've got a pair of 2s. I think you got me.
Oh, so I have 2 pairs.
Okay.
I didn't see that. I actually have 2 pairs. Okay.
Okay. Well,
finally got one.
One streak broken. That means I'm going to win the match, though. So.
Okay. Well,
I'll take that trade.
Friday's just a streak breaking day.
Yeah, that's how Friday works.
Yeah.
It ends the streak if you're working, and then the weekend starts.
Okay. Well, my hand just has a couple 2-drops and a Johnny, and so that's what we really want is just some 2-drops and a Johnny. So I'm going to go ahead and keep my hand.
Yeah, my hand has a lot of velocity, so we'll see how it pans out.
Go ahead. I don't have very much interaction in this build, and I think that's one thing that as like we start tuning the deck more, maybe we need more interaction here, especially when you're playing a matchup like the Blue-White Gift. We don't have really enough interaction. So I'm going to go ahead and play.
That's a strong start.
Yes, that's a strong start of getting the Siphoner with the 2 energy right away.
Yeah, that's probably Todd's best start in this matchup, so good for him. I, however, will cast a Strategic Planning.
Okay.
And what do we have? Yeah, definitely going to take this one to try to stop what Todd's doing and put those two in the graveyard. Pass the turn.
All right, so I'll go to 19.
Yep.
Use my energy, draw a card, draw again. I'm gonna go to combat, attack you for 2.
I'm at 18.
Down to 18. Get this energy back. Play another one to get another energy and get this Forsaken Sanctuary. Go ahead.
That is really good. Okay. Okay, I can live with that. I am just going to get this champion down and save this last card in my hand for next turn when it will be more effective. So I'll play this, gain 2.
That's a good champion to have, not the other. I was hoping you had the other one.
No.
All right, upkeep. I'll be at 18.
Yep.
Use my energy. Draw 2. So we could just play more 2-drops. So we could either play a pair of 2-drops that aren't particularly great. Like there are worse 2-drops here. I guess they're not the worst with the Sunscorch champion out there. Or we could just get a Johnny down and start putting counters on the Siphoners. I think I like getting the other 2-drops down. Let's do that. So I'm gonna go to combat. I'll attack here.
I go to 16.
Wait,
Because I went up to 20.
Yeah, you went up to 20. Yep. You good. And then let's get more 2-drops down. Man, I already feel bad about how I played this. Maybe I do want the Ajani down. So I guess I didn't really think about next turn too much. So next turn we could go 3-drop plus 2-drop if we play a Johnny here, actually, I'm sorry. I want to play a Johnny. I'm sorry. This will make my next turn a lot better. I'm sorry. So I'm going to be attacking for 2. Or for 3.
That's upsetting.
I'm sorry.
It just blows up my turn.
Okay.
So I'm at 14.
Yeah, because you couldn't block anyway, but yeah. Okay. Because then this is going to be just a lot better turn next turn.
Not sure how I'm winning this now. I think I have to try to find like a fumigate, or I guess we'll attack a Johnny. I'll play a Chart a Course and draw 2. Oh, actually, maybe I want to discard this and hold on. Before I attack, let's do this because I want to get this gift in the. Oh God. Let's get this gift in the graveyard.
Yep.
And
I mean, if you just find a refurbish, getting that angel back, that's gonna be really difficult for me to beat.
I mean, you're drawing 2 cards a turn, and then you're gonna attack me for 8 a turn.
Oh yeah, that's a lot.
So now let's let's
Yes, this was that 5. You don't have another blocker?
Not a good one. Maybe I got greedy holding on to this because of the Ajani. I'll go to 13 and play a strategic planning. Okay. Let's get the creatures in the graveyard. You can go.
Untap, draw. Oh. Man, I am just... forgot to do the energy thing. Oh well. I already knew what my turn's going to be, so that's fine. So I'm going to be playing these 2, so I'm going to try to figure out where I want to put these counters. So I could go counter on... So if you get Angel back with the refurbish, you're probably going to want to make servos just be able to have the blockers for the Glint Sleeve Siphoners. So if that's the case, then your Angel's going to be a 4/4 and not a 6/6. So putting the counter on the Resplendent Angel would be pretty nice to get it to be the same size where I can trade there and protect a Johnny. So I want one of the counters to go to the Resplendent Angel. And then I think so then the other one, we have a 3/2 First Strike Knight here. I think that's fine just staying there. So I'll put one counter over on one of these for the other counter.
Okay.
And
you get 2 more energy.
Get 2 more energy. And
I
go
to
4,
6.
5, 6, 7. Yep, down to 6.
Okay, I am definitely under the gun here. But let's play a tapped land and refurbish this gift.
Yeah, so I think you're still good.
And combat, I'll get back an Angel. I'm going to put 2 counters on it so that it can attack through your Angel and attack your Ajani for 6. So Ajani down, I go to 12.
Yeah, because if I block, yeah, I think I have to have a Johnny down. If I block and then pump, can I kill you from 12? I don't think I can. What if I pump this thing also? No, because that would be blocked. So yeah, never mind. Okay, yep, Johnny down.
Okay, pass the turn.
All right, we're gonna pay the 2 energy, draw a card, pay the other 2 energy, draw another card.
16.
So I still get the 2. I still get that extra card that I missed last time. And we did not find a removal spell for the angel or the gift. So, how are we gonna do this? If we attack out, you can like double block 1 siphoner, and so you gain 6, take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with Resplendent Angel threatening to go +2/+2 in lifelink, and so lethal, or no, because you're at 12 right now, right?
Yes.
But you'd be gaining 6.
Yes.
So yeah, no, you'd just go to 6.
I would go to 5. If we attacked all out, and I guess I would not. I would probably just block here, and then this would cancel out, and I'd take 7 and go to 5.
Yeah. And then I would get a 4/4 angel back for the Resplendent Angel dying, but I don't know how it'd be another angel next turn. What if... It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one. Angel of Invention is very good.
Agreed.
Yeah, I need you to not have it on like turn 5. I need to be a little slower here. Or me just have a removal spell.
You've drawn enough cards to have one.
Yeah, I probably just need more removal spells in this deck. I think I do. The other option is we can just double spell with a 2-drop plus something else. But then if I just double spell and I don't use this, I don't know how I beat another angel. It's gonna be tough.
What do you got, Todd?
Okay, let's do something. I guess I'm gonna do that. Okay, actually. I'm gonna play another Resplendent Angel and another Knight.
Okay.
And I think that's just it. I don't think I'm gonna just attack in. Go ahead.
So now I might as well start by just going to combat and getting this one back. And I want, so if I make servos now, this angel will still be a 5/5. And this will be a 7/7. And you can't really block a 5/5, but you can once you untap. It makes this angel kind of a bad blocker.
I can double block a 5/5.
Oh yeah, but I keep thinking this has first strike. Yeah, so I think I want to put. Okay, hold on. I've got to do this differently. I keep thinking this thing has first strike.
Yeah,
because
it does have a lot of keywords on it.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, but first strike is not one of them. It's Flying Vigilance, Lifelink. So in order to make this attack with 2 7/7s before combat, I have to play this Ballista on 3. Because then now if Todd double blocks, I can take out the angel, a Resplendent Angel. So now we'll go here. And I'll get one of these, and I'll put 2 counters on it. And Todd does have to block. I kind of wanted to attack first, because when I thought they had first strike and you wouldn't block, this would be lethal with the Ballista, but I can't do that. So I just have to go like this and attack you for 14.
Yeah, I don't think I have an out. I'm
done. I mean, can you not just like rip back-to-back removal spells for my angels?
I guess so.
All
right.
While blocking?
Yeah, I'll block 1, I suppose. I guess I could just block both of them, but I don't know. I'll just block 1.
Okay, so you go to 9, and I go to 26.
Okay.
You have no energy right now? Yeah, because he's an attack.
No,
okay.
no energy.
So I don't think there's any reason to use my ballista right now, so I can just pass the turn.
Well, that's a card. That's a
See?
real card.
See? This is why we don't concede early.
Okay, I got a real card. Lyra.
Okay.
And more 2-drops.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I'm not too concerned about that one because I just need to get another land for this ballista. What do I want to start with? I think I'll start with this one. Let's strategic planning.
Okay.
I mean, these are 7/7, so you still like double block and take 7 but gain 5, so that's 7.
I gain 10. This gives it the lifelink also.
Oh,
So they're both
geez,
5/5
they're both
lifelinks.
Okay. That's a lot of life.
Yeah.
So let's strategic planning first.
Okay.
Those are not good. Let's take that one, put 2 lands in the graveyard.
Oh, that's you wanted to land.
I already have the lands.
Okay.
And now I'll go to combat.
Bring back champion.
Bring back champion. So champion actually now has 6 power because of these angels.
Right.
So I draw 6. That's neat. It's like a lot of cards. Wow, these are really bad. Let's 3, 4, 5, 6. So I definitely want to keep at least 2 untapped lands, but I have 4 untapped lands, so let's discard these 2.
Okay.
I don't think I want to attack. I would be trading Lyra.
I mean, attacking is very good for you, right? So you attack with both. I have to double block one.
So I'm trading Lyra for Angel of Invention.
Lyra for Angel.
You gain 3 and I gain 14.
But then once you, let's see. So that's, right, I would gain 3, but then with 7 damage, you get to do 5/2. So then you can just
and then
use
I can
2
kill
ballistas.
it. Okay, yeah, okay.
The ballista makes it a good attack for you.
Yeah, let's attack with both then.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
So
good
you double block 1.
Yeah,
so you end up taking 7 but gaining 10. So you gain 3 to 12.
Yeah.
I gain 14, go to 40. One of my angels is now dead.
And you kill the Lyra.
And then this now has 2 damage on it as a 4/4. So I'll remove 2 counters and finish off the Resplendent Angel. And I will also play a land and play Search for Azcanta and play Minister of Inquiries and get my own Jacob Baugh for 2 energy and pass the turn. Oh, I shouldn't have passed the turn. Sorry. I also wanted to chart a course for 2 cards.
Okay.
All these irrigated farmlands and no time to cycle them. Just too much to do with all of my mana.
Well, yeah. So that's what the whole drawing 6 will do.
You
You discarded 2 cards with that champion, right?
Yeah, 2 islands.
Okay.
Or island. 2 lands, yeah.
So now Angel Invention's now a 6/6.
Yes.
Champion. I can't really get through. I think I'm going to just... Attacking lets Minister die. That gives you another creature to bring back. But I kind of need some energy so I can start drawing some cards. All right, I'll attack with both of these.
Yeah.
Trigger to get 2 energy.
So I have a 5/5 and a 3/4 here. So
right.
I'll block the 3/2 with those 2.
Okay.
And take 4, go to 36.
Yep, 36. And then I'll play a Johnny and get it back.
Sure. So Johnny's on 2.
And this is a 3 energy now. Good.
Okay. Upkeep, I will trigger the search. And how good is this? I'm just looking for creatures to mill. So let's just bin this cast out. Flip this to Oscanta, draw for turn. Mill myself for 2. So down to 1 energy.
3. Mill yourself for 3.
Or 3, yeah. And there's Angel. So unless you have a removal spell,
Well, I have 0 cards in hand.
that's pretty good. But let's add some insult to injury, shall we? Chart a course. Okay. Let's discard a minister. And,
Well, I am at 12, so the angels are lethal.
yep. Play a land. And play a Godfarer's Gift.
Okay.
And then I'll go to my combat and trigger both of them. And I'll bring this in. I'll put some counters on it. And then I'll bring this in, and I'll gain 6 life.
Oh, hey, look.
I go
Look
to
at like all these
42.
cards. Look at all these cards on top of my deck.
I go to 42,
That went great.
and I'll attack you with the 2 angels for 14.
Block.
And then I go to 56. This deck's great.
That was very good. Against grizzly bears. It's very good against grizzly bears.
I thought that was very dead.
Here we are for sideboarding, where we're going to be adding some more interaction with our deck. We saw that first game where I just kind of had too many, just 2 mana 2/2s, and just not enough interaction. We didn't draw any Fatal Pushes, but I think Duress is just going to be a much more important card here. Fatal Push does hit Minister of Inquiries, but besides that, doesn't really have very good targets that I really want to hit. And so I'd rather just have Duress here. As far as our 2 drops go, Knight of Grace is going to be the worst, the White Knight, because it's hexproof from black. Ross doesn't really have any black removal. I mean, he's a blue-white deck.
So you play the Black Knight.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
Yep, that's pretty easy. And so we can get something for Godfarrow's Gift, something else for Refurbish Godfarrow's Gift from the hand, just some other interaction here. And then Angel Sanctions should do a lot more than Walking Ballista with us not having a ton of mana.
Yeah, all that makes sense. On my side, in general, I think the Godfarrow's Gift decks need to morph into at least a backup plan in the post-sideboard game. So I'm going to try to become a bit more of a blue-white control deck. I'm going to bring in my other Fumigate. I'm going to bring in some other big creatures that can stabilize the battlefield against Knights. And then some Teferis that I think with my Fumigates and bigger creatures, I should be able to find a time when I can cast them. I'm trimming 1 gift and 2 ministers, which is sort of just trimming down on that plan, expecting some hate. I don't want to be all in on it. And then Sunscourge Champion, I think, even though Todd is playing a somewhat aggressive deck, Sunscourge Champion does not block Black Knight very well, because if it's in play, Black Knight will have the extra point of power. It does kind of block the Knight tokens from history pretty well, but that's about it. So I don't think it's a very effective card. I just want to go a little bit bigger here, because Todd is definitely going to slow his deck down to interact well with mine. So my life total is not going to be under as much pressure. I don't need the life gain as much. I'm getting some life gain back with Lyra and Fumigate. So I think it's just the weakest card in the deck. I am cutting 4 creatures, but I'm adding 2 more. So my creature count's only slightly lower for Godfarrow's Gift, and that makes sense if I'm less on that plan, trimming 1 gift. So just going to be a little bit more towards the control end. And blue-white is sort of like a part control deck anyway.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just kind of tilting the scales a bit.
Cool. All right, so our hand here for game 2 is basically the exact opposite of last time. We only have reactive cards, so there's lots of threats in our deck. Hopefully we can find something to do, but we have a lot of reaction. I think we would just keep this, though. This doesn't really look like a mulligan to me.
Well, that's a good sign, because I have mulligan to 6 and have a pretty slow hand, so I'll keep this one because it's functional on 6 and scry. And do I want this? Probably. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. So we'd love to draw something like a Siphoner.
Jacob, where are you?
All right,
Get my energy.
Knight. All right, we got a Knight. That's good. Here we go.
Well,
Go ahead.
I was hoping to be able to attack with this Minister and draw 2 cards in my chart, of course, but I guess I'll have to make do with filtering.
Yep.
I am going to discard this Angel of Invention.
Okay.
And pass the turn. This is the most expensive card in my hand. I want to be able to just cast the cards I do have. I'll find expensive cards later.
All right, so I'll use the Doomfall now because it costs so much mana. So I'll Doomfall, and I'm going to look at your hand. I'm looking for Champion of the Parish in particular, or
I mean,
Champion of Wits. Yeah, Champion of Wits in
Champion of the
particular.
Parish should be a hard one to find.
Yeah, sorry, Champion of Wits. I just got done playing a team. Yeah, so I'll take that, and then we have Cast Out Planning. All right, and I will attack for 2.
18.
Your turn.
On your end step, I'll mill myself for 2. Hit Ballista Strategic Planning.
3.
Why do I keep thinking it's 2? I'm used to playing Shriekhorn and Dredge.
Yep.
Okay, that's not bad. Let's cast Strategic Planning.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this one's just going to be the best one. Most powerful card of the bunch.
Graveyard.
Yeah. Okay, those go to the graveyard. Let's play a farmland and pass the turn.
Attack for 2.
16.
So unfortunately, we're just really stuck on black mana and did not draw any lands. So just only still single spell. But I don't really want to be doing this. I want to get my threats down. So we're gonna go with the Siphoner.
Okay. Mill myself for 3.
Yep.
Jacob, you've done your job. Champion, Strategic Planning, Angel Invention.
Here, go ahead.
Ugh. Play this, and I guess I'll attack for 1. It's not doing any blocking.
No, 19.
You're at 19, and I will pass the turn.
I'm gonna go to combat.
Yep.
Going to attack. Trigger.
You go to 2 energy. I take 4. Go
Yep.
to 12.
Go to 12. To that, I will cast Duress.
It's pretty good. Do you want to take Fumigate or Cast Out?
I guess we take.
I guess I should have.
Do you
Yeah,
wanna-
that's a little awkward. I was thinking that you were like definitely going to take Fumigate, and then I would cast this out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna take Fumigate either way. So.
Okay. But I'm thinking like maybe you like take like I don't think it's worth it for you to take the risk there and like take the Cast Out so I don't get to cycle.
Right.
So, but whatever. You take the Fumigate. Are you doing anything else?
Nope.
Okay. On the unstep, I'm gonna cast out this Siphoner. Don't want Todd drawing any cards. You got 3 in hand.
Yep, 3 in hand.
Okay. And I guess we can do this before combat. I'm gonna play the Angel first.
Yep.
And I'm gonna make servos this time because I assume Todd has some removal spells, and I'll try to attack for 2.
Yep, you got me. 17.
Yeah, you can go.
All right, end step. I will forsake the cast out and get that back.
That's
And
pretty
get
good.
a 3rd energy. Upkeep. I'll pay a life. Go to 16.
Yep.
I was thinking of cycling because I really want to find removal for this stuff, but just getting the Siphoner back, I still get to draw another card. So, wow, this is horrendous. So I could serve up the Siphoner and just trade with the 2 serve. I'd only trade with 1 servo.
Yes.
Yeah, this is just. I think I'm just dead. Deck is not being kind to me with just all mono planes.
So you need a Knight token.
Yep, history. Get a Knight.
Our director's on it.
Yep.
No attacks. That's not a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I attack and just you get a trade a servo with one of these.
You get an energy.
Yeah, I'll get an energy.
Definitely gonna double block Siphoner.
Yeah, I mean,
I take 3. Go to
take
9.
3. I don't think not attacking is gonna do a whole lot for me. And you just have the Lyra in hand I can't beat, and I'll pass turn.
Yep.
So no reason to cast that.
So yeah, we'll play this pre-combat to pump our Angel Invention, and I'll attack for 5. This Minister will block the Knights, and I'd rather do that than attack, I think.
Yes, this is just a 2/2, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's 5. So I could trade with the Knight, but we're going to be pumping that here in a little bit. So we'll take
you go to 11, and I go to 12.
Yep.
And I'll play a Plains and Pass.
All right, hoping for. Oh, come on, deck.
It's another Plains.
Yeah, just have contempt with all these planes. All right, get another Knight.
Yep.
Pass turn.
And draw.
6, 7, 8, 9.
So mush for 8.
It's 9.
There's 9. Yeah, this is a 6/6
9.
Squeeze of Angel.
I'm down to 2.
And I go to 21.
Yeah, you're at 21.
And pass turn.
Draw, and I'm dead.
Yep.
Well, that was unfortunate. So we ended the week on a low note. Unfortunately, the Core Set 2019 deck did not get there.
Speak for yourself, Todd. I ended very high.
Well,
in both life total and mood.
Yeah, I have high hopes for this deck. I think the Night deck's good, but it just looked really bad there. Could not handle the big flyers like any of the games, either game.
Yeah, the way you have your deck configured, you just have a lot of 2-drops to go with a Johnny, and what the blue-white gift deck is doing goes way over the top.
Yeah.
I think you need some interaction for it. You have Forsakes on the board, that's good, but maybe Cast Out in the main would be helpful, and maybe trim down on some of the 2s. 12 2-drops is a lot. So you sort of built your initial list to be pretty linear and do your deck's thing to try to see if that thing is good. And what you did in game 1, curving out with the Siphoners into a Johnny was really good. I got a little lucky to find Refurbish, which I didn't have when you played a Johnny. I did have 2 dig spells for it, so I was seeing a good amount of cards. But and I needed both Angel Inventions, so I needed a lot of things to go right to beat that start. So that certainly looked impressive. And if you really just had one removal spell in that first game, I can't win, and you drew a ton of cards. So you also got unlucky there.
Yeah,
I think that's a game
lots of cards in any removal spell.
Yeah, I think that's a game that you win a vast majority of the time. So the Siphoner, Johnny, and some Knights plan still seems promising, but you need to find the right mix. Like, how many threats do I need to make sure my Johnny is consistently doing good things with its +1 when I curve into it on turn 4, but also having enough interaction so that when I don't curve out perfectly, my 2/2s for 2 are still getting through and doing good things and aren't just getting trumped by 4 and 5 mana cards from the opposing deck.
Yep. The Resplendent Angels looked okay. They were kind of, especially with the Johnny being able to make it like a 4/4 right away. And then when I had the 6 mana, I could make it a 6/6 to be able to tussle with the Angel, except for the biggest problem was you just had another Angel to make it yours a 7/7, and that's just too much. But besides that, in like a different matchup where I could make that a 6/6, gain the 6 life, then get a 4/4 token for gaining 5 life, it looked like it could have been pretty good, especially with when the Lyra came down. It wasn't bad.
Bad. I'm sort of iffy on that.
Mm-hmm.
We're at too little information to say, but that's not a card that immediately jumped out off the page when you cast it. Obviously, I was just doing more powerful things, so I went over the top of that as well, even with the 6 mana ability, which is supposed to be sort of an over-the-top ability in its own right.
Yeah, I mean, Godfarrow's gift is...
it's the deck that just goes over the top of everything.
Yeah.
So definitely not going to shine there. We definitely tried to stress test the decks all week, and this was the first time where the deck sort of failed in the matchup. I think if you played this deck against sort of like a blue-black deck or certain other decks in the format, it would hold its own a lot more, but a combination of like sweepers and Godfarow's Gift, a very powerful engine that you don't have a lot of interaction for, that's never going to be a particularly good matchup.
No.
And I can do other things with it. So one X there. We got 4 check marks for the first 4. Going to have to retool this deck, and hopefully with some more removal spells, it can maintain its aggressive starts, because that's what you're really trying to do. And I don't know if you want 1-drops in the deck of some kind. You definitely can't build the deck with Toolcraft, and that's
no. I don't think there's any 1-drops you want.
But
no.
You mean 1 mana 1/2 flyer? Let's get it in there, pump it up with a Johnny.
No. But yeah, no. So yeah, different matchup. Blue-black mid range. Even just a control deck. I think that's what this deck would really do good in those kind of matchups. And so that's why whenever I really played against it a lot before, I was playing the control side, and it was just like real problems with all of these like 2 mana 2/2s that I was trying that was hard to deal with. Like one of the house, one of the Knights, depending on what deck you're playing, and then the history of Benalia just gets out of there. And so
and a Johnny helps you protect you from Golden Demise, which I like. And that's the main sweeper you see out of black decks. And if your creatures are already resilient to spot removal, like White Knight is to Fatal Push or Black Knight is to other white removal, then getting them out of the sweeper range is your next step. Johnny certainly helps that, or helps you recover from the sweepers. So, yeah, definitely a good deck on paper against control. But this is a control deck that has the engine component of it.
Yep. So with like with this matchup, probably the green matchup, you probably need a little more removal than what I have.
Yeah.
I have 4 push, 4 contempt, but I'm not even sure if I want 4 push. I kind of think that we need some cast down, cast out, like that kind of stuff.
I think if you cut down on contempt too, you can like shift your mana base a little to be less even and more towards white, and that'll make you more consistent. And you play cast out, and just deal with anything. So you can deal with Galta, you can deal with Steel Leaf Champion, but you can also deal with the Scarab God and Hazoret and Godfarer's Gift. And if you're a deck that doesn't have a ton of spots for removal, 8's healthy, but not a huge number, and you definitely want the cheap removal spells and push with so many 2s. So you can go 2-drop into 2-drop plus push. That does push you towards wanting black mana. So there's tension there in the mana base, but if you don't have as many spots for removal, you want the most generic, wide-ranging removal you can get, and cast out is that. Also in a deck that really wants to apply pressure, cycling the early cast out and making sure you curve out more consistently is also helpful. So I like cast out in that deck quite a bit.
Cool. All right, so that's it for us this week. This weekend we have SCG Worcester, where you'll be able to see these Core Set 19 cards on display for the first time in the constructed formats. We have Standard, Modern, Legacy. It's going to be a team constructed open. Let's see. I will be there teaming with Jody and Collins like normal. We've teamed twice together so far, top 8'd both times. So far 2 for 2.
Okay.
So we're gonna try to keep that going.
Is third time the charm for the trophy though?
I hope so. We went from top 8 to top 4.
So you're gonna lose the finals.
Yeah. Now it's finals, and then
Okay. So 4th time's the charm. That's the pattern.
Yeah. 4th time's the charm.
Well, I will not be in Worcester, but I will certainly be watching the action on twitch.tv/SCG Tour, where you can find it if you were unable to make it to lovely central Massachusetts. Very close to where I grew up.
That's your stomping grounds.
I loved Worcester tournaments when I was still in Connecticut. It was under an hour and a half. Didn't need a hotel on Friday night. When the tournament was over, you got back home by like 5 o'clock.
Oh, yeah.
it was unbelievable.
That's perfect. All right, so check that out tomorrow. So that's going to be it for Ross Merriam. I'm Todd Stevens. Thanks for watching the Versus series here on StarCityGames.com.